Hey everyone, my name is Maria. Welcome to my channel, and today I will be responding to some questions that my TikTok family asked me. So I went on live and I asked them what are some things that they would like to know about me. And also I was thinking about, since this channel, it's not only to be showcasing myself on the internet, it's also like a diary, because I actually for some years now wanted to start a YouTube channel. However, I did not. I don't know an excuse, but I did not, and I wish I did, because if I had, I could have seen myself back then. I'm excited to begin this channel. I have been procrastinating, as I said guys, for years, and even though it's a late start, better late than never, and I will be able to look at this video and they'll be like, oh, that was me. And anyhow, so there were some questions that they didn't ask. However, as I said before, this is more like a diary, so I will be able to look back at it years from now, and my children also. Yeah, they'll be able to look back and say, that was mom, like that was how she was. Yeah, so let's just get into the video now. Guys, bear with me, I am feeling kind of nervous. Which you guys probably already can tell. I'm feeling nervous, guys. Anyhow, the video must go on. So my name is Maria Campbell, just begin with that. So okay, my questions first. My favorite color is purple. Yeah, and what else? Yeah, someone actually, I didn't write down this question, I believe, but before this day someone asked me about my, so guys, the sinus is acting up, like it's bothering me. Anyhow, so someone asked me what is my skin routine. Guys, I don't know what the camera really is showing you guys. However, my skin is not that clear. Regardless, I have been using aloe vera, like the plant. I have been using it on my face, and other than that, chia seed. In fact, I have some, oops, ugh, yeah, so chia seed, yeah, which has been helping me. I don't know, but we move. And what was another question? I don't remember right now. Anyhow, because as I said, I have questions for myself, you know. Before I even go into the questions, I want to tell you all, I'm so grateful. I appreciate you guys helping me out with this video. Although I did not tell you guys what exactly I was doing, I told them that just ask me some questions and I will be making a video to respond to every one of them. And they did. Anyhow, the first question is, where do I see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? I see myself definitely more grounded in Christ, because without Christ, I don't know what I would do. I don't know, where would I be? Like, what? You know? So definitely more rooted and grounded in Christ. 5 to 10 years, I would definitely like to be more financially stable. Yeah, and have, let me just start with the physical stuff or material stuff. So I would like to own my own home, car, also also own my own car, and I would like to be married 10 years, so, and also have children. I won't say I won't say how much, but yes, I would definitely like to already have my spouse, and we're living happily with our children as we are growing in Christ. Yeah. Are you currently dating? No, I am not. I am not. If I'm being honest, I want to develop myself more before I actually start dating. And otherwise, from that, guys, I just don't see anyone that I'm interested in like that, you know? Because, yes, wanting to develop myself, make myself better is one, but the other is I'm not seeing anyone that interests me like that, if I'm being honest. But the main one is I want to be better for me, that I can be better for someone else and be like asset to someone else, you know, a good asset. Yeah. Next question. If you are going on a date with your partner. No, guys, why am I don't know. Is it because I'm nervous or what? Because right now I'm seeing so blurry. And I don't know if it's because I was getting, you know, I kind of feel overwhelmed and, you know, trying to get the video out and doing it at the most convenient time. But guys, I'm being honest right now. I'm seeing the screen so blurry. Let me turn it down. But I'm seeing this thing so blurry. I don't know. Or maybe because I'm staring at the light. I don't know. Anyhow, the next question. If you are going on a date with your partner, where would you want to go? So it depends on the mood for the day. The person did say with my partner. So it's not like just dating someone, getting to know someone. So if it is a date that I feel adventurous and all, maybe I would like to go somewhere like maybe hiking, you know, something around that. Guys, I'm not so sure because, as I said, let me tell you, my mood, it can change like this, and that's just the fact. So right now, nothing is really coming to mind, and I'm being transparent. Right now, I'm not sure, and that's why I really love a spontaneous person, because there are times when I would just be like, okay, let us go here. Or if you ask me, I can tell you, but there are also times when I don't even know. But if you would just plan it and say, okay, let us go here, I would prefer that some days, you know. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't know, I'm not, the screen is looking blurry right now. Like, I'm seeing, yeah. And mind you, I have 20/20 vision. Yeah. Do you believe in 50-50 relationship? Alright. It depends on how you look at it. So some persons would be 50-50 is okay. Half of the rent I'm responsible for. Half of the rent you are responsible for. And also there are persons who look at 50-50 as okay, so the husband or the man go out and they work, or one person, let's just put it like that, because everyone view of life is different. Yeah, so one person would go out, the husband or wife, or boyfriend or girlfriend, yeah, one of them go, they are the breadwinner. Okay, so when they earn the money, the other one is responsible for cooking, like buying grocery, preparing a meal, and all of that. You get the picture I'm trying to paint, right? So for me, I would prefer option 2, which is my spouse, my husband would be the one who actually gets hands on and spend the funds, and I would do all the necessary stuff like cook and buy this or buy that, ensure that the house has certain things are put together or in place. However, if it's a case where okay, he needs financial help, I have no problem with doing that, but it shouldn't be like a need, because as I said, I want to develop myself first before I think about getting in a relationship. The reason for that is stuff like these. I believe that before a man looks to have a family, he should first be stable certainly. And don't get me wrong, I am very much aware that he could have been doing so well, and life happens, struggles are, yes. However, that's different, that's understandable. But there are persons who believe that okay, they just want to get in a relationship and wing it, or I believe in preparation, and to me it's a level of ambition that I admire in a male or anyone at all. That's why I'm saying I really want to get on my feet the way that I can say okay, I am stable, okay, before thinking about being in someone's life, because I prefer to be an asset than a liability, if that makes sense. If you understand what I'm getting at, y'all get it? Comment down below what y'all think, 50-50 what y'all think, because I believe even though I may not be hands-on with doing this or doing that to win bread, I definitely want to have my business, at least one business that I am earning an income from, so that even if I'm not spending, I have that just in case. Because what if, okay, we decided on moving a house, we can pool the money together and purchase the house. And of course, if he has it and can do all that by himself, that's a plus. Okay, so where was I? Alright guys, I think this video is it's gonna be long, so I'm just gonna try to go through the questions more quickly because I have quite a few questions. However, I am elaborating because I don't want it to be a case where y'all misunderstand me. Anyhow, next question. What is the oldest you would date? The oldest okay, so as it is right now, because it's good to really say that, it's important that I say as it is right now, because people change, life makes persons change. Anyhow, so alright, currently I prefer someone 4 to 10 years older. However, conditions apply. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that right here, okay? Leave that right here. How old are you? As it is right now, I do not want to be too specific with my age for personal reasons, as it is right now, because as I said, changes can happen, changes will happen, okay? So I'm in my 20s, I will just say that. Yeah. What religion do you believe in? So I am a Seventh-day Adventist, and I believe that explains itself, but to who actually understand. But for those who don't know, Seventh-day Adventist, I choose to not ignore the one that God specifically started off saying, remember. And that's the only one he started off with, that word, remember. So I choose to observe the Sabbath day. Although, don't get me wrong, it's not easy. It's not easy because I do break my Sabbath. Because as you know, we should, or who knows, we should work and we should give our attention completely to God. But I do my own stuff. And I'm working on that. I'm planning on evolving. Yeah, as it relates to that. Definitely. Would you date someone from another religion? Let's say apostolic. If no, why not? So, would I date someone from another religion? No. We can, I believe friends is as far as it would go. Reason being, I want someone who would model to my kids the right way. At least what I'm comfortable with. Because as I said before, I believe in keeping the 10 Commandments, and as it is, based on my knowledge, apostolic mean those individuals, they worship on Sunday. And the Bible definitely said we should go into his temple on the 7th day and worship. And we should observe the Sabbath day. Even God in the beginning observed it. So who am I to not observe it? And there would be confusion if, and I don't see it as makes sense. It's not something I want to battle with. You know, they say, pick your struggle. I don't want that. I don't want that struggle for my kids to be like, oh, Mommy, I don't want to go to church today because tomorrow Daddy will be going to church and I prefer to go to church with him. Or I'm not in the mood today, so I'll just go with Daddy. Or we are the one who is having the dispute. I just don't want it. And overall, I am looking for someone that is doing what the Bible says, you know. So the next question, in a relationship, do you submit to a man? Let's first set the foundation. I don't believe in dating, or I don't believe in being with someone that is not who is not worthy to be with. Like, they aren't someone that I admire. If they're not someone who makes me have the urge to be better or do better, or, you know, a godly man, right? You have to be a godly man, and if you are what God say you are supposed to be, I have no problem submitting. No problem, because the Bible actually says that we are supposed to, right? And I really believe in, are you guys hearing that? Because I'm wondering if it's just me, and I don't want to be speaking and y'all not hearing me because of the background noise. The fan is already making enough noise, and I'm sorry about that, guys, but the place is hot. Anyhow, so I believe in submitting to someone who is following God, you know. So if the person isn't following God, I don't believe that I should even be in a relationship with them, much less to submit to them. Next question. Guys, I'm getting thirsty. I'm also talking. Where is it? Yes. What would be your biggest fear in a relationship and why? My biggest fear, for this person not to be completely, like they don't give their heart completely to God. And the reason why I say this, because they asked why. If it's a case where they are completely devoted to God, like they submit completely to God, because as I said before, I don't mind submitting to a man that submits to God. Once he submits himself to God, I don't mind submitting to him. However, if that man drifts away from God, that's a big issue, because once he is in God, completely devoted, we have no problem. Reason being, he will be honest, because the Bible speaks against lie. Once you love me, I won't have to worry about cheating, because I believe there is a differ in the love. If there is not enough love, if it's a case where the individual can cheat. So once he loves me, as the Bible said, love your wife as Christ loved the church, something like that. Yes. Once he loves me as God instructs him to, and he's keeping all the commandments, I don't have to worry, because he's not cheating, he's not lying, he's not being secretive, he's not doing anything to hurt me. He's just, doing all things to make us be more connected. So if he's not submissive to God, there is a big fear, like that makes anyone timid. Well, anyone like me. Well, okay, let me just talk for myself. That would make me timid, because then anything can happen. Any card can play, Okay, next question. Does your partner have to earn more than you? So this goes back to a question that I answered earlier. I want to develop myself first before getting in a relationship. So say for instance, I develop myself and I am making tons of money, like millions, just say millions daily, and that person is only making a half, let's say, of what I'm earning. Once he is going for, once he is pursuing his dreams and he is walking according to the will of God, he is persistent in developing our development, and he's not threatened by my income, or feels as though I am obligated to do certain stuff because I am earning more. I'm okay with him not making as much as I am, because he can take care of himself, he can take care of our kids, he can take care of the home. And if it's a case where don't get me wrong, if it's a case where I am making more, I have no issue contributing more or whatever, but there's a different attitude. Right? There is a different attitude, meaning sometimes because people feel as though, alright, someone is, like the female is earning more, she should put more. Remember, a lot of times persons may just look at the funds. Let's me. So I'm not just looking at the funds, I am looking at the personality behind it all. So a man, I believe they should naturally be let's be they should naturally be a provider. Like, so I believe that males are supposed to, by nature, they are providers. They should feel as though they are providers. So it's not a case where, oh, she's earning more, so she should be doing this or she should be doing that. No. They should feel as though, regardless of she making more, I am the man. So I want to do this. I want to do that. So once he has that mentality, once he has that attitude, that's no problem to me. Because then and there, I want to have to be like, oh, so he thinks that I should do this, or oh, I'm holding too much responsibilities. Once he doesn't makes me feel that way, that's fine. And there's a difference when he's constantly asking for you to improve stuff, and versus you deciding, okay, I'm gonna do this because okay, I have it. So why not? Next question: would you support your man financially, emotionally, or psychologically? I believe, would you support your man financially? If needed, definitely, no problem. And the next one is emotionally. I am obligated to support him emotionally just as much as he is obligated to support me emotionally, definitely. And psychologically, the same. We are obligated to improve each other in any way that we can, because if we aren't, what's the purpose? What's the need? What are your pros and cons in a meal? I believe I have covered quite a few of these already, but definitely let me just highlight some of them again, or as much as I can think of from the top of my head. Pros: a man of God, a man who submits completely to God, because you are an inspiration, or you are a motivation for me to do the same. And if it's a case where I falter, because we are humans, of course, things happen, so that would definitely be a plus. Pros: so you submit to God, you are spontaneous, like out of nowhere, let us go somewhere, let us go here or there, or out of nowhere, here, I bought this for you. What? So a spontaneous individual, like, there shouldn't be an occasion for you to be giving me stuff or carrying places. Someone who is very thoughtful, meaning you don't only, okay, you see there's a need for something and you do so. Like, it doesn't have to only be me, like others around me. So you see that, alright, say for instance, someone is in need of this or that, they do it. And definitely one more thing, you don't love praise, like, please, why you feel like say that's a con. Someone who loves praise, and another con is someone who is not a Christian, Another con is a liar, a cheater. We ain't in the zoo, baby. We ain't. Um, just to name a few. Definitely, I have a long list. Okay, but just to name a few. What do you look for in a relationship? I look for someone who, okay, I look for the relationship, not from the person, the relationship. Peace. Because, let me just put this out there. I'm not an insecure individual, but if it's a case where you're giving me reasons to question you, or question what is this, if it's a case where, you know, that's like, but I look for peace. So my tranquility, it's a must for it to be a plus. Like, it should be up here, right? And trust, because if I can't trust you, or I'm second guessing stuff, it makes no sense, you know. And in a relationship, I just believe it should be, God should be in it. Yeah, definitely. Would you date long distance? I prefer not to. Do you have a husband or a fiance? No, I believe the previous questions answered that question. Already though, but yeah. What are your main goals in life? So mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, I want to be, yes, like until, yes, like, because I believe once you're at the best mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything else will fall in place. Trust me. If you have the chance to choose between a rich man that is unfaithful and a poor man that is faithful, which would you choose? Definitely, if I had to choose, neither of these situations I want. However, if I had to choose, the faithfulness outweighs the financial status, because that has more cons than pros. Well, with as it is for me, because it's my tranquility, it is very much, it's important to me. Yeah. Is that your natural hair? Yes, it is, guys. It's my natural hair, and this was just twist and I pull it out. So if it's not looking the best, bear with me. Yeah, because you know, if I played around with the curls, it would maybe look better and all. So yeah, bear with me. Would you set aside your life goals for marriage to build a family, or does your goals come first? Okay, so as I said before, I have no problem submitting to a man who submits to God. So, and before I even get in a relationship, I want to be more connected to God, and with that connection, I will be able to be certain of His communication to me. So if it's a case where God says, do this, which is leave my goals for His, no problem. Yes, it will, it most likely, because it doesn't have to, it most likely will makes me feel like, damn, but once God says it, it is fine. Do you plan on living and building a life in Jamaica, or do you plan on moving overseas? My ultimate plan is to live in Jamaica. However, if life comes with changes, as I said before, guys, and if God say do this, I have no problem. Yes, it may hurt, or you know, but no problem. And I have actually thought about maybe traveling for months outside the country, because it's a big world, and just being stagnant sometimes can be like, you know, So I have actually thought about maybe 6 months here in Jamaica and 6 months outside, or whatever the situation is. However, my ultimate settled down plan is Jamaica, but it is as so right now, you know. That is it for now. Yeah. Hello, how are you doing? I am doing great. This is a comment. I am doing great. And okay, let me just be honest, because as I said before, this is a diary also. So God is working it out for me. It's not how I want it to be. If God gave me the pen right now, there are so many things that I would change. But all things are working out for my good. So I'm just trying to live for God and have faith in Him, because faith can do it all, you know, and works. Yes, I'm trying to put in the work also. All right. Oh, and a part of that question. So the question which I hello, how are you doing? Which I just answered. The next part is I hope you are having a great day. I am actually having a good day. I loved it today. Like, it could have been better, of course, because yeah. But I actually cooked, and yeah, I don't eat as yet. I'm feeling hungry right now, if I'm being honest. I'm feeling hungry right now. But I'm waiting on the others to come for us to just eat. But I had a good day. Yeah. I woke up late though. It's Sunday, by the way. Sunday. Oh, guys, I'm still seeing blurry. Sunday, May 18th. Yeah. 7:10 p.m. Okay. Does your partner need to be Jamaican, or would you date outside your race/culture? I don't have any problem dating outside of my culture, but I prefer black males. Guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. So thank you for watching. It cut short, but thank you all. Bye. Come back for part 2. A lot is going on right now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. Bye.